The danger of riba. Shocking how the community thinks it's okay to buy a house with a mortgage. you know, subhanallah, this was one of the things that I said to people this khutbah that I went. I said, you go to these rallies trying to free Palestine and you're engaged in a war against Allah and His Messenger. Allah has told us that the one who takes a riba, he is engaged in a war against Allah and His Messenger. And then they'll go and they'll throw the fishing rod and they'll pull back a fatwa. They'll go fatwa fishing. This one says it's okay. This one says it's okay. This one says it's okay. We say, hang on a minute, but what about Allah? What about the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam? It's one of the 7 deadly sins. It's one of the things which will engage you in a war against Allah and His Messenger. It's one of the things, الَّذِينَ يَأْكُلُونَ الرِّبَى, those who eat riba, they're not going to stand except like the one who has been beaten by the touch of the shaitan. Meaning he's been beaten into like madness. That's how they're going to stand. The angels will give you weapons on Yawm al-Qiyamah. They're going to give you weapons and they're going to say, now go and fight against Allah. The people, they say, no brother, but it's a necessity. We say, what necessity, akhi? The rental market is booming. The rental market, there's properties, flats, apartments, houses. There is booming, alhamdulillah. No, akhi, but it's more expensive. Allah didn't say to you, take the cheapest route. Allah didn't say that you have to take the easiest route. You take the easiest route when both options are halal. But when one option is haram, you have to take the halal option. Oh no, brother, it's a necessity. What do you mean it's a necessity? That if you don't take a riba-based house, then you're going to live on the streets? And wallahi, if you say that, you're a liar. You're a liar. Because the mortgage you're going to have to put down 10% of the value of the property. If the property is £150,000, that's £15,000 you're going to have to be saving. You need that lump sum. Then you're going to have to be paying £400, £500, £600, £700 a month. Every month on your mortgage payment. Okay? And you're paying that and you're paying that for 25, 30 years, whatever it may be. This could have gone towards the rent. Oh, but there's no security. What do you mean there's no security, akhi? You don't know that you're going to live until tomorrow. And you're talking about entering into a riba, into a war with Allah that lasts 25 years. And you're talking about security and you feel secure in your house entering into a war with Allah. And you're talking about security. You know, again, it's this thing where people, and then you've got the Sufi, the Deobandis, they say, here's a crazy one. Oh, it's okay to take for the house that you live in, but you can't take it for, investment properties. So the house that you and your family live in, the house where you need barakah, you want to buy that on riba. It's like £1 of riba is like 36 cases of zina, or whatever the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, 30 something cases of zina. £1, or one, accounting, one small amount of currency of riba is like 30 something counts of zina. And in one of the narrations, they said it's like sleeping with your mom. And you think it's okay, and then you go and you jump into that house. MashaAllah, we own the house. No, you don't own the house. You miss one payment, you miss 2 payments, you're back out on the street. Where's your security? It's not your house. It's not your house. And so I just don't understand how people take this, they take it lightly. And wallahi, I believe that one of the biggest reasons why we don't have barakah in our lives, and it's this problem and that problem and this stress and that stress and this worry and that grief, is because we are living in riba. We are living in houses that are purchased with interest, and it's not £1 or £2, it's tens and tens and tens and tens of thousands of pounds of riba. And then people, they try to sidetrack the issue. Just like those people, the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us that you are going to follow the way of the people who came before you, handspan by handspan. Okay, That's exactly what we're doing. We've got this issue, we've got a difficult situation. So you know what we're going to try and do? We're going to try and be clever. We're going to try and bend the rules. We're going to try and play with the deen of Allah. They were told you can't fish on the Sabbath. Do you know what they did then? So they didn't put their nets out on the Sabbath, and Allah would make the fish on the Sabbath really plentiful. So, but they couldn't fish. It was a test. They couldn't catch those fish on that day. It was a test, but there was loads of fish. And then on the days when they could fish, do you know what would happen? The fish would become less. So these people, they played with the deen of Allah. Do you know what they did? They said, well, we can't fish, so we'll throw our nets out. On the Sabbath, we'll throw our nets out and we'll catch the fish, but we won't take them in on the Sabbath, we'll take them in on the next days. So they played with the deen of Allah. This is exactly what we're doing. You know what we'll do? We won't take this type of mortgage, we'll take the halal mortgage. And when you look into the terms of the halal mortgage, it's even worse and even more difficult and even more riba based than the halal mortgage. And so this is a major issue. Again, not popular because mans don't like hearing that about their own house and what they did and what we did, but that's the reality. And if you're in that situation, fear Allah, make tawbah every single day. Make tawbah every single day, okay? And do your best to get out of it. Barakallah fikum. If you don't like my words, go and research for yourself about the dangers of riba, okay? And then you yourself see how you feel in your heart when you know that these are the dangers of it, these are the potential pitfalls, these are the punishments for it. Then you just see the state of your heart and see how you feel about getting a mortgage, about buying your first house in inverted commas. Okay, it's a really serious issue. Okay.